This art project shares how to use bright colors, bold lines, and fun patterns, just like the artist Romero Britto is famous for. The cat shape is easy to draw and even more fun to fill in with whatever patterns you'd like. Follow along with me and I'll show you how easy it is to do. Hi, my name's Kathy and I've been teaching kids how to draw for over 20 years now. My favorite thing to do is to show students that when you take things one step at a time, learning how to draw just might be easier than you think. Here are the supplies you need to make this project: a sheet of drawing paper, a pencil, a thick black marker, and a set of watercolor markers. I really like this brand as the tip is nice and big and makes it easy to color with. As always, I like to start with center pencil guidelines on my paper. You may also find a free step-by-step tutorial to this project in the description below. Let's begin by starting with the cat face. It's very geometric. It has angled sides and a pointed chin. To finish the face, draw angled lines down for the ears and then a line across. Let's move down now and draw two simple front paws right under the head. For the back, let's begin by making a mark at the highest point and then drawing a curved line down to the head on the left and then another curved line down to the right. Then finish off the bottom with one long straight line. Add one curve here for that larger hip shape. And then two smaller curves just to kind of break up that space a little more. Now those cat eyes are really large. Let's begin by drawing the outside shape. They're kind of attached to the right side and the left side. Then add the curved lines inside and the smaller circles. The last detail is very easy, just a small triangle nose and mouth. Now we need to divide up that background a bit. Start with a horizontal line, a vertical one that's kind of on the left side, another horizontal line in the middle, and then a vertical one down to the right. If you have drawn center pencil guidelines like I have, then now's a good time to erase them because they're getting a little confusing. I don't want to trace them by accident. Okay, it's time for tracing. Let's get out that thick black marker and go slowly over those pencil lines and try to make them nice and fat. Now we need to fill in everything with solid color, and then our pattern is going to go on top. I'm going to begin with orange. Notice how carefully I'm drawing so that my color doesn't overlap very much. When my orange shapes are filled in, I'm going to move on to coloring things I want yellow. I am going to have a warm cat, by the way, so it stands out from the cool background. After the yellow shapes are filled, then I'm moving on to red. I'm still working slowly. I do know this looks like it takes time, but you really do get really nice bright color with no white spots when you use markers this way. Okay, my warm cat is done, so I'm going to move on to the background, starting with a light green in that bottom right section. Moving up, that space is going to be a dark purple. It looks almost like a dark blue to me. I have a darker green for the top left corner and a dark blue for that bottom left side. Now we can have fun making some patterns on top of that solid color. I'm going to start by using orange on top of the orange I have. You'll see when you add this second layer of dots, it does get darker. Now these patterns can be in different sizes too, so we can do more polka dots and make them smaller if you like. You'll see that adding blue lines on top of a blue background is a fun way to make stripes. Oh, look who came to join us. This is my cat, Dottie. I think she just wants to check out what I'm doing. She's pretty curious that way. Here's another pattern idea, just making some random diagonal lines that are kind of scattered all around. Another option is to draw some diagonal lines that are kind of close together. I think Dottie likes this one, or maybe she just wants to be friends with this cat. Also, the lines don't have to be straight, they can be curved too, like this for the feet. Finally, I just need a pattern in that top left corner. I'm going to go with some diagonal lines again. All right, there's a look at my finished drawing. I do think this is the perfect project for markers, as it makes work that looks so bright and bold, which I think is what Romero Britto was famous for doing too. By the way, I made my sample drawing on a half sheet of drawing paper, which is 6 inches by 9 inches. That fits inside my recycled art journal system, and it looks great and is much easier for students to finish too. When you check out my website, Art Projects for Kids, you'll find more pop art projects like how to draw a pop art landscape and art figures. I hope you try them out too, and I hope you keep on drawing. See you next time.